One of my favorite LGBTQ inclusive destinations in Florida is the greater Fort Lauderdale region. I recently had an opportunity to visit the greater Fort Lauderdale region to highlight not only LGBT inclusive places to visit, but also accessibility-minded places to visit. This time, I'm going out on the coast to explore all of the inclusive places that the greater Fort Lauderdale area has to offer. I'm staying at the Courtyard Fort Lauderdale downtown, which is near everything. On site, they have workstations both in the lobby as well as in the dining area. There's also a bar, there's a place to grab a bite to eat, and then there's a little grab-and-go cafe right near registration. The rooftop bar is what's worth going for. There's a huge pool on the rooftop of the Courtyard overlooking the city, and an amazing bar with fabulous drinks and a really cool vibe. The Courtyard property has been welcoming to the LGBT community for years. It is host to Flockfest, one of the biggest LGBTQ parties in the region. The hotel is in walking distance to several restaurants. So stay, enjoy the comforts of this property, and grab a bite to eat while you're there. I had a special treat when I visited the destination because I was in town at the end of Pride Month and right in time to experience the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida. What a treat. Not only was the Parker the perfect venue for this concert, it had accessible accommodations so that everybody could get around with ease. And then the concert itself blew my mind. If you haven't seen these men sing in concert, please do yourself a favor and go see them. While I was in town, I also got to visit the Broward County Convention Center. This convention center is a huge venue for some of the biggest events in the state of Florida. But what I love is they're also taking accessibility to heart. They've added a new hidden disabilities program, which is the Sunflower program. You can wear a little sunflower that designates that you have some type of hidden disability. I feel like I'm in my living room, so tell me where we are and why we're here.
We are in the Sunflower Room, or our quiet room is what we call it. Generally a safe space for anyone to come and just enjoy a quiet moment or get away from all of the noise or anything going on outside and just really take a moment to take a deep breath and just get cool, calm, and collected. So this program creates that space where they don't have to be judged. They can be understood and understand that we're all people dealing with things at the end of the day, and we're just doing the best that we can. So I think that's the bottom line here.
With getting them all going at the same time.
Right?
I might just stay in here all day. Lauderdale is also one of my favorite places to visit for culinary pleasure. I had the chance to visit several restaurants while I was in town. Here are a few of the favorites. Foxy Brown was probably one of my favorite places. I don't really drink anymore, but I did indulge in an incredible old-fashioned. Foxy Brown is also becoming kind of one of those lesbian hangout hubs in the area. Kubo is a local favorite that's kind of a hidden gem in the area and offers an Asian fusion menu. Definitely make sure this is a place to check when you're in the area, and it's filled with anime from wall to wall, anime toys, anime art. It's kind of a fun little place to go. The Alchemist is another really cool place. It's right around the corner from Wilton Manors. Is actually technically part of Wilton Manors. Really tasty food, coffees, drinks. It's a perfect place to grab breakfast or lunch. And then, of course, check out Rosie's. Rosie's is the hub for LGBTQ locals. It is right in the heart of Wilton Manors and one of the most popular places to hang out. For lunch, dinner, you name it, it's where the locals are. And if you're anywhere near the Courtyard by Marriott in the Fort Lauderdale Beach area, that is an incredible place to get some delicious food, especially Spanish flair, lots of delicious restaurants, and it's the place for evening entertainment. And then one of the best places to dine and shop and explore is Las Olas Boulevard. Las Olas has a little bit more of an elevated vibe. They have lots of high-end stores. What makes Las Olas Boulevard very popular are the restaurant options. And of course, many of the restaurants are accessibility friendly, both LGBT welcoming, as well as accommodating to those travelers with both hidden and visible disabilities. So while I don't have a visible disability, one of my invisible disabilities is anxiety disorder. Sometimes I get overwhelmed and overstimulated, and I don't want to travel to busy places and crowded beaches and big pride parties. Sometimes I just want to connect with nature, and the Lauderdale area offers plenty of that. Sebastian Street Beach is known to be the LGBTQ beach of the Fort Lauderdale area. It also happens to be the inclusive space for accessibility-minded travelers. There's a ramp onto the beach, there's a little handicap accessible entrance, and then there's lots of handicap parking right near that area. One of my favorite places to visit in the area is Hugh Taylor Birch Street Park. If you're like me and can be overstimulated pretty easy and need a place to just relax and unwind, this is one of those places you want to visit. One of the other relaxing experiences is to enjoy the water taxi. I actually hopped on the water taxi for the day and just explored the region on water. You don't have to get on and off the taxi throughout the day. You can choose it as a transportation option, or you can just choose to ride and unwind.
One of my favorite places in Fort Lauderdale is the Museum of Discovery and Science, also known as MODS. This place is awesome, full of interactive exhibits, a cool IMAX theater, and even live animal encounters. Plus, they have accessibility options. They also host fantastic Pride events, making it a welcoming spot for everyone under the sun. It's perfect for a fun and educational day out for kids of all ages.
And finally, for a beautiful, relaxing experience, visit the Bonnet House Museum and Gardens. This bright yellow building is like sunshine in the middle of Lauderdale, which is known as the place for everyone under the sun. The Bonnet House Museum and Gardens also offers a lot of accessibility features, so if you're visiting and there's a physical disability you have that you'll be navigating, reach out to the attraction before you go and they'll make sure you have all the options needed to enjoy your visit with ease. If you're an LGBTQ traveler or a traveler with invisible or visible disabilities, the Greater Fort Lauderdale region is one of the most inclusive places to visit.